Adora Svitak, in your own words, learning should be reciprocal between adults and children. What do you think the policymakers of today can learn from children?
The policymakers of today have a tremendous amount to learn from the responsiveness of my generation to big social issues. So if we think about an American example, which would be the high school students who responded when their school in Florida was subject to this horrible mass shooting, they started writing letters, they started really pushing for legislative change, and that's something that we're seeing now is enabled by technology, that's enabled by a number of mediums where young people feel like they don't have to necessarily wait to get older to move their way up through a hierarchy anymore to make their opinions heard. So I have a tremendous amount of faith that this more democratic approach is going to allow policymakers to hear more from young people, but I think that it's important that policymakers also go to kids before the kids are coming and knocking their doors down, because as I said, it really is reciprocal. It should be a two-way street, and this is something that holds true for the real estate industry as much as it does for civic leaders.
Dr. Obama, your foundation is called Powerful Voices. Adora Svitak, you are a brilliant example of just that, and an ambassador for the young generation. How do you think we should all work together to inspire the young generation in bringing about positive change?
I think the first thing we have to do is we have to actually acknowledge that they exist, acknowledge that they're there, and also give them the sense that they are part of the solution and not the problem. Especially, you notice when people talk about young people, and there are many young people. Oh, Africa is overpopulated. We have 60% young people, 70 who are under 35, and they talk of it as if it's a problem. So one of the things that the adults have to do is realize that young people are our potential, beyond being our future, which is really scary, because if you don't look after your future, you don't have one. And we adults are too afraid to do that very often. We have to lose that fear. Young people are our allies, not our enemies. We need to integrate them.
Yes, I completely agree with that. There's so much about what you said that really speaks to my own values of making sure that anytime adults and stakeholders are interacting with young people, that it's not coming from this adversarial perspective. And I think it's really powerful to think about shifting the paradigm so that when we think about adults and youth and civic leaders and youth, that it's an interaction of joy and not fear.
Exactly.